Hey, welcome back to our podcast. My name is Mike Bro, and just honored to get to hang with you for a few minutes today. Thanks for joining us. We're working our way through a passage in the Bible, Romans chapter 12. We're just doing verses 9 through 21, just a few minutes every day. You can go back and start reading it all over again. I think it's a good exercise for you. What I've been doing, I don't know, past 40 years actually, is writing stuff in the margin of my Bible, and I got a ton of stuff in Romans chapter 12 because I've used it. I don't know how to even put it. Sort of like you know how those NFL referees go to the replay monitor to see the previous play. I've kind of used Romans 12 kind of like a replay monitor, where I can check it. Like how am I doing? Can I look at if God wants me to live a different kind of life? What does being built different look like? So I've revisited this chapter a lot in my life, and these verses lay out a description of what the kind of different life looks like. We've already seen that it involves things like love and authenticity and goodness and devotion and brotherly affection and honor, attaching a high price tag and living your life with passion and enthusiasm, serving other people and being patient in hard times and praying all the time and being dependent upon God. We talked about sharing our stuff and having generous hospitality, a big open table, loving our enemies and grieving with each other and celebrating with each other and living in harmony with each other and walking without a hint of conceit or arrogance. So if you haven't already, just go back and read those verses. It's such a good evaluation checklist, so to speak, for me, and I hope it is for you as well. Today we are working our way down. We're all the way to verse 17, and this is what verse 17 says. Do not repay anyone evil for evil. Now, we already talked a little bit about that, and we're going to get to that again a little bit. And it says, be careful to do what is right in the eyes of everybody. Let me read that again. Be careful to do what is right in the eyes of everyone. Because, gang, they're watching. I was watching Dateline with Debbie the other night. You know the show I'm talking about? She loves that show. That show's got that guy that's got that kind of unique cadence to his voice. And every show starts the same, like, oh, it was a small town. A picture of Americana, wheat fields blowing in the wind, a courthouse square, neighbors waving at each other from their front porches. No one suspected there might be, murder. You know the guy I'm talking about? Debbie loves that show. And one of the things I've noticed on these crime shows, it's hard to get away with anything these days. There are cameras everywhere. Storefronts, light posts, somebody's got an iPhone. And you know what? I think it's good to live your life like that. Realizing that people are watching, that nothing you and I do is really done in secret. People notice. So Paul says, be careful to do the right thing in the eyes of everybody in traffic, in a restaurant, in a checkout line, on the golf course, in the football stands, on Twitter. Live like you might be on Dateline. I can remember one time walking on the beach with my family. We were on vacation. My youngest son, Drew, is walking behind me, and I can hear him giggling. And I turn around, he stops, and I go, what are you doing? He goes, nothing. I walk a little further, and he giggles some more. I turn around and I go, what are you doing? He goes, nothing. I walk a little further, and I turn around real quick. I said, what are you doing? I caught him in mid-stride. He said, I'm walking in your footprints. And I went, oh, yeah, he is, isn't he? Let the fact that people, your kids, are watching your life, let that motivate you to make good choices today. Be careful to do what is right in the sight of everyone today. Man, I'm praying for you today. See you back here for our next episode.